This next boss is often considered a joke when it comes to Dark Souls, with that being Pinwheel, the 7th boss of this series. Getting to this boss is a death wish regardless if you decide to do the Catacombs skip or not. Sometimes the enemies of the area are more of an ordeal compared to the boss itself, with Pinwheel being one of these cases, unfortunately. You first encounter this hermit in the middle of an experiment, researching intensively with books scattered in a subterranean chamber, serving as a burial ground in the deeper parts of the catacombs. There's hardly any light present, with candles being the only source of light around. Skeletons are also hung up on the wall of the burial grounds as morbid decorations, with an altar that also has a skeleton, most likely used for a ritual ceremony. This ritual involves necromancy as an attempt to resurrect his deceased family after stealing the sacred right of Pinwheel from Grave Lord Nito, something that was once passed down among clerics. It can be inferred Pinwheel was once a cleric before delving down this path prior to the demise of his family, with that being the reason for doing such. Now, Pinwheel is composed of the father, the mother, and the child, adorned in dark robes covering up the entirety of the body. Based on the anatomy, it's most certain all three family members are conjoined together in some macabre way, similar to Grave Lord Nito in the opening cinematic being a skeleton giant adorning skeletons. The masks themselves are possibly inspired by Venetian masks in the way that they are portrayed and the stylization of them. Despite having no articulation, these masks are very expressive in how they convey a personality of their own, and the cutscene really helps emphasize such. Each mask tells a story of its own while landing inside of the wearers, as the limbs on Pinwheel feature lanterns on rods, being able to examine research and experimentation thoroughly in a detailed manner. Essentially a hermit living in a cave as an obsessive madman who shut themselves off from the rest of the world. The design portrays itself well in the juxtaposition of simplicity and complexity, making for a great design that has life made into it despite being a necromancer. Regardless of the easily recognizable yet intricate design of Pinwheel that has morbid lore along with it, Pinwheel is a boss fight that has the bare minimum of a fight. The arsenal is composed of shooting fireballs, creating shadow clones, and teleporting. Surprisingly, Pinwheel does have a second phase that involves summoning 8 clones, and it's nuanced from the first phase, however, with 1 being real among the 9 total. And there's an emphasis on being real, as the Pinwheel we fight could potentially be a clone of its own. Tier list wise, Pinwheel gets a placement above the Bell Gargoyles of B. Aesthetic wise, a well designed boss balancing simplicity and complexity. Lore wise, a force to be reckoned with if you believe the real one is still out there, and offers great rewards with not only the Rite of Pinwheel, but also one of the 3 masks being dropped afterwards, making for a great memory of everyone's first mask in their first playthrough. The boss is underappreciated, as you can fight Pinwheel early, mid, or late game, and it can have varying results depending on such. If you enjoyed this video or gotten this far, be sure to like and subscribe in order to see more content like this.